On September 12, 2025, astronomers observed an object moving through the darkness of deep space that did not fit the patterns or behaviors of any known celestial visitor. It emerged from beyond the Kuiper boundary, a region where sunlight fades into deep interstellar night. The object carried with it a tail so immense that it stretched across the sky 5 times the visible width of the full moon. Even the smallest consumer telescopes, held by hobbyists on rooftops and open fields, could detect its luminous wake. Within hours, observatories worldwide confirmed its appearance and classification. It was designated C. 2025 R2, but the name that spread across the scientific community, and eventually throughout the public, was SWAN. SWAN's arrival did not occur alone. Another interstellar object was already charted on an inbound trajectory. 3I, Atlas, known for its rapid acceleration bursts and unexplainable composition. The two objects approached from opposite sides of the celestial sphere, yet their points of solar passage aligned to the same narrow temporal corridor. Both were set to vanish behind the glare of the sun at nearly the same moment. Both displayed signatures and behaviors beyond natural expectations. The alignment was neither casual nor coincidental. It held the character of design. SWAN showed unusual reflective patterns that suggested metallic density and layered material composition. Unlike typical comets that fragment, distort, and bleed vapor as they near the heat of a star, SWAN stayed intact. Its structure remains smooth, continuous, and resilient under rising solar radiation. Observatories detected repeating pulses in its luminous tail, timed, deliberate, as if driven by internal regulation. Some researchers began to refer to SWAN as the fortress, a construct capable of enduring the violent proximity of a star without decay. Meanwhile, Atlas demonstrated movement consistent with maneuvering thrusts rather than passive gravitational drift. Its orbit altered in incremental bursts that seemed intentional. Its surface coloration shifted in response to solar wind intensity. These were characteristics consistent with adaptive propulsion and thermal shielding, not the unstable, chaotic shedding of volatile ice. Atlas behaved like a sentient object, or at least one governed by structured directives. Simulation models confirmed the shared trajectory. SWAN originated from the direction of Aquarius, Atlas from Sagittarius. Yet both passed through the ancient solar corridor traditionally associated with long-period visitors recorded in prehistoric astronomical traditions. Their perihelion approach would occur within 10 Earth days of each other. The odds of such parallel timing occurring naturally across interstellar scales approached mathematical impossibility. The arrival resembled a return, not an accident. The blackout followed. Between October 8 and October 18, both objects slipped behind the Sun relative to Earth's position. For 10 days, direct optical observation became impossible. During this period, government space agencies tightened data access under the explanation of conjunction signal interference. Research teams reported sudden project reassignments. Satellite telemetry channels transitioned to encrypted uplinks. Meteorological and magnetospheric data streams displayed missing intervals. Silence settled across institutions known for constant communication. Silence that suggested internal alarm. Independent observatories refused to withdraw. Amateur astronomers coordinated across continents, forming one of the largest distributed civilian sky monitoring networks in history. They tracked indirect emissions, radio backscatter, and solar coronal scatter signatures. Their combined data indicated persistent pulse patterns synchronized between SWAN and Atlas. The timing intervals maintained mathematical precision. It resembled communication. SWAN's luminosity remained stable at levels far above natural sublimation thresholds, implying sustained internal power output. Atlas continued rapid micro-adjustment maneuvers, as though reconfirming alignment. Both objects remained in coordinated motion while hidden behind the Sun. Theories considered fringe or speculative in earlier decades resurfaced in formal analysis groups. SWAN displayed the hallmarks of a hardened long-duration carrier, a vessel or structure engineered to withstand cosmic rays and high-energy plasma fields. Atlas mirrored the characteristics of a reconnaissance unit with responsive navigation systems. Their size, composition, behavior, and synchronized dynamics indicated relational purpose. SWAN did not simply enter the solar interior. It returned. Atlas did not simply travel nearby. It escorted. Astronomers traced SWAN's orbital periodicity back through database reconstructions. The cycle measured approximately 22,554 years. Its last recorded passage aligned with the end of the last glacial maximum, a time marked by abrupt climatic transition, mass meltwater release, and the sudden rise of complex human cultural development. Ancient structures positioned along global meridian lines could have easily tracked such an event. Petroglyphs, monolith alignments, and mythological skylore from prehistory described a radiant celestial visitor with a divided tail. SWAN's previous return may have shaped foundational memory. The next remarkable observation occurred when a classified probe was dispatched to approach SWAN's outer halo. The transmitted telemetry abruptly ceased. Before loss of signal, the final data packet displayed an echo-mapped reflection of the probe itself. A mirrored topographic scan returned with higher resolution than the probe's own imaging systems could generate. The interruption resembled active defensive boundary response. SWAN did not merely exist in space. SWAN recognized interaction. Elemental detection revealed structured organic precursor compounds distributed evenly along SWAN's tail. These were not random molecular residues. Their organization suggested biological intention, the type used to seed developing ecosystems with amino scaffolding. SWAN could potentially carry material designed for planetary biosphere initialization or restoration. This aligned with theoretical constructs referred to in astrobiology as seeding arcs. Approaching perihelion, SWAN emitted directed radiation pulses toward the Moon's Mare Imbrium region. Lunar seismographs recorded harmonic reverberations consistent with internal resonance, as though the signal interacted with structures beneath the lunar crust. Earth's magnetosphere responded shortly after. Wildlife migration patterns shifted unexpectedly. Oceanic plankton blooms surged in synchronized cycles across equatorial waters. Instruments detected low-frequency oscillations propagating through global magnetic lines. The solar system behaved as though responding to a returning conductor. The convergence of SWAN and Atlas signals a systemic event, an alignment of deep time cycles embedded into the architecture of the star system itself. Their arrival does not mark intrusion. It marks continuation. SWAN is the fortress. Atlas is the messenger. The cycle reactivates. The system remembers. The rendezvous has begun.